So people are talking about now that people need to squat more, and one of the things that is a really interesting thing that people in the United States have more hip arthritis than they do anywhere else in the world. We're seeing more and more prevalence in places that have more industrialized nations like the Western civilization in the United States. Well, when you look at India, they almost have 0% of incidence of hip arthritis, and the question is why? Well, you know, this is, you know, chicken or the egg type of stuff, but what we look at is culturally, those guys spend a lot of time squatting there, even just for conversation, but their toilets are different than ours. They go to the bathroom in a squatting position, and the argument is that it helps to keep their hips more mobile. Well, the other side of it is that their ankles also stay more flexible as well, because if you're trying to go down into a squat and your ankles are stiff, it's going to block your ability to relax as you move down, actually putting more pressure on your hips. So you got to be careful. A lot of people are telling people, hey, go do these squatting motions, just squat more, sit in a squat, focus on this. Well, if you're especially if you're older and your Achilles and your dorsiflexion is poor in your ankle, you may end up actually creating more problems for your hips and your back. So the big question comes is, should you squat? And we're starting to see, you know, a lot of controversy on this. I particularly believe that you should squat. And I'm not necessarily saying that squatting is a necessity for strength training. I don't know if you should do back squats, and I think that back squats displace the forces away from your power center, which if you're trying to function as a human being, you don't want to do that. So you're really putting a compensation or compensatory movement in there that overloads your quads and doesn't allow you to develop your power center, especially if you're looking at jumping. And if you want to learn how to jump really well, you don't want to put a bunch of weight on your back, because it teaches your hips not to move correctly. It makes it really hard for you to hinge at your hips the way that you need to during jumping. But to squat as a functional mobility is really important. But when you do it, I would suggest, number one, get assessed by a physical therapist or a trainer so you can have that isolated assessment of those joints so you know what's going on, so you have better feedback to make decisions. But one of the things that you can do that'll easily help is to put a board or some type of support underneath of your heels to take the pressure off of your heels and allow your hips and your knees to move the way that they were designed to move. More like you did when you were that little kid. It allows your hips and your knees to hinge the way that they were supposed to, taking the pressure off your ankles, especially if you're going to use weight in a double leg position.